Haven't been on in a while. So I thought I would jump on here for a minute. I've been trying not to all day, but I don't know. I just keep getting prompted to get on here, so here I am. Get that down a little bit. I hope you can hear me. Since I have the illustrious iPhone 8, how do I get rid of this stuff on here? I can't charge my phone and plug my earphones in at the same time. I guess I could have got my headset out, but I didn't. So here we are. So I hope the audio is good. I'll try to talk loud. Got a few things to say today. It's Father's Day. First and foremost, happy Father's Day to all you awesome fathers out there. It's a good day to spend with family and just make memories. And I just want to say happy Father's Day to you all. Things I want to talk about today stem around that and around important aspects in our life. We all have many, many important aspects in our life. And I'm going to talk about two of those today a little bit brief. Sorry, phone was ringing. It was my mom. I'll call her back. But anyway, lost my train of thought. I didn't think that was going to happen. So the two things, I want to talk about two aspects that are very important to us in our lives. And the things that brought it to that got my mind to working today was, first of all, it's Father's Day. And my father's no longer with us, so that's been heavy on my mind today. And I started reading a new book. It's called The Sensational Salesman, and it's written by Duane Cummings. Awesome book, man. It really provoked a lot of thought in my head today, and it's one of those books you can't put down. But I'm not here to talk about that. We'll talk about it later. So the two aspects that have popped into my head today that I think we all, or most of us, have in common as important aspects of our life are people and things. Now, I'm going to talk about things first, and then I'm going to go talk about people and the importance it plays in my life. A lot of times we get caught up in the thing business, keeping up with the Joneses, and it becomes important to us. I have been there. I have done that. I've played to keep up with the Joneses, buy all the materialistic things. I've been materialistic. It's been important to me to have toys. I've had them. I don't have them anymore. They mean nothing. They're gone. I don't really care that they're gone. I got rid of everything except for my Harley, and that is my mode of transportation most of the time. Things are just things, and they're replaceable at the drop of a few bucks, right? Or a sign on a banknote or whatever. The aspects of our life that aren't replaceable are the people in our lives. And I bring this up today because my dad was very important to me, and there's times when I would like to go sit next to him and just talk to him and say, hey, Dad, man, I found the love of after all these years, I found the love of my life. Dad, the grandkids, my kids, the grandkids are doing XYZ. They're all living their successful own lives. Or, Dad, the job's going like this, There's just times it would be nice to sit down and talk with him. And he's not here anymore. I am very much an adult, and I am very much on my own, living my own life. But man, it would be nice to be able to talk to my dad sometimes, And he's not there. So the things that I wanted to talk about were just that. To me, and I've found through life that the material things mean nothing. It's the people in our lives that mean something, really, And sometimes I think we take that for granted. We take it for granted. We may be close We may not be close. We may be half a world apart. We may live in two different parts of the country. And so it makes it a little harder for us to be a part of each other's lives. But I think it's important to take the steps to spend the time together. Because like I said, a lot of times we take for granted that they'll be here. Oh man, I'll go see, I might just live down the road, and I'll tell you a story about that, but I'll go see mom and dad tomorrow. Or I'll go, I'll tomorrow, next week, next weekend, whatever. And there are no guarantees that we will be here tomorrow or that they will be here tomorrow. Life is not guaranteed to us. We have one guarantee in common. We all do. And that's that we will all die eventually. That's the only guarantee in life. No one gets out alive. So I guess my thoughts are, and a lot of this stems from my own, I was a hellacious teenager. And I kept my parents awake many, many nights praying for me to have a safe return the next morning. I always did. I was very blessed that way. Many did not. But I was not. I was a difficult child there when I was a teenager. So I ended up moving out at a young age before I was old enough to know how to take care of myself, really, and living on my own. And I didn't see my parents for a long time because we had differences and butted heads and so on and so forth. Well, at the end of the day, when we started communicating again and stuff, all that time was gone and lost, and you can never get it back. So those of you, I know there's people that have differences. I would urge you to work them out before, while you can, because there will come a day when you won't be able to do that. And, those people won't be around anymore, or maybe it's us. Maybe we won't be around anymore, and then you have the regret. Man, I wished I'd have done this. Man, I wished I'd have went and talked to my dad. I wished I'd have talked to my mom. I wished, And so, I would urge you to do what you need to do to mend those bridges. And at the end of the day, the people is what's important to us. Our loved ones, the people in our life. We, like I said, things come and go. And cars, boats, whatever. You drop a few bucks, you go buy a new one. It's not a big deal. But when you start losing people in your life that are important to you, you can't replace them. You can't replace the time you missed with them. So, I think it's very important to make the effort to spend that time while you can with those people that you love. And the thing where I was going with this was, it seems like we take that for granted sometimes. And, at the end of the day, all that's going to do is form regrets. And so, on this Father's Day, I would like to be able to talk to my dad, but since I can't, I do want to say Happy Father's Day in heaven, Dad. He taught me a lot. My dad didn't tell me how I had to live my life. My dad lived his life, and I watched, I followed, and I learned a lot from my dad. And it would be nice to be able to sit down and really talk about the things that are important to me with him, and can't. So those of you who can, take the time, go do that. Mend the bridge. If there's a broken bridge, mend it. But take the time and go spend time with your loved ones. There will come a day when you can't do it anymore, and you'll be sitting here like me wondering what the heck happened, And fortunately, I was able to move back due to I didn't have a job anymore. Things happen for a reason, And in 2014, when I woke up and didn't have a job anymore, it was a blessing. It really was. Because had that not happened, my dad would have went on and passed, and I'd have flew home for a funeral, and that would have been that. But since I woke up and didn't have a job one day, it created an opportunity for me to move from the Northeast. I was in Ohio, and I moved out west to southern Utah, and moved over there where Mom and Dad was, and I was able to spend 8 months with my dad, and before he passed away. Best 8 months of my life. I would never regret that move ever. That was time well spent and much needed. So I guess on this Father's Day, I just have been compelled to kind of tell a little bit of my story, and hope that someone out there that has watched it or listened found some value in it, and it may help you move forward. And so that's about all I got to say today. I hadn't been on here in a long time, so if I appeared a little bit nervous, it's probably because I was. Like I said, I haven't been on in a while, so I'm kind of out of practice. And I hope the audio is good. I hope you can hear me. And happy Father's Day once again to all you dads out there. And I hope everybody has an enjoyable day. Whatever you're doing out there, be safe, have a good day. And I will chat with you later. Thank you. Peace. Have a good day.